Hello lovelies, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is the place where I watch basically whatever I want. And yes, welcome back icons and welcome back to yet another KATSEYE reaction. I have talked about this. I wasn't sure whether I would be making this video or not. If you didn't see it and if you missed it, I made a long form video talking about KATSEYE and also specifically Manon and just everything that has been happening basically over the last 8 months or so, like during the last months of last year, and how things have escalated and how things have gone. The announcement in February of the hiatus and then everything that has happened since then. I made a video talking about that, and I then in the last part of it was like, hey, should I actually like watch it? Should I actually talk about Pinky Up? Should I listen to it? What should I do? How should I treat this? And I didn't really get much feedback on that situation, but I decided that I should watch it here because number one, I do want to support the rest of the girls, even though, of course, their circumstances that they are in are not the best. Hybe has not been treating the situation well. Hybe Geffen. I want to support them even though they are going through this. However, of course, we have to be also acknowledging and talking about it out loud and not just like ignoring it, because I know for a fact that they are definitely under some sort of like gag order to not talk about her, and I'm assuming she is just the same about being able to talk about KATSEYE. It's a hard situation to be in as a fan, as somebody who has been a fan since a couple months into their careers. I was there for Gnarly when it was released. I really enjoyed it, so there is that. But I highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, to watch my video that I made about this situation. I think I just called it Let's Talk About KATSEYE. I also want to recommend watching Ashley Norton's video on it. I think she has two, one more recent video about KATSEYE specifically, and then one also that she made about the show Popstar Academy, I believe. So check those out too if you are curious about getting to know more from somebody who's a lot better at editing and speaking at a camera than I am. We are here though to watch Pinky Up regardless. I don't know how I feel about the song yet, honestly. I've heard bits and pieces of it. I've heard mostly the chorus. I know they're shaking ass in a parking lot, but other than that I haven't seen much, and I definitely haven't seen much of the visuals. I know Yoonchae is blonde. That's about it, honestly. We're gonna dive into this. It's gonna be a little bit weird to be here, especially since I haven't reacted to anything since last year. It's gonna be weird to be here, but we are here regardless. And of course, like I said, please check out the videos regarding the situation to get a more thorough dive and thorough understanding of the situation, because there's a lot going on, and not a lot of it is often from the most positive of sources, so to say. Let's get into Pinky Up. Just putting this out there, which I usually don't do in front of songs, but I feel like with the current situation, this is kind of important to talk about. Any criticism that I put forward towards the song is probably not towards the girls at all, because number one, we all know they're not involved in production in most ways. They don't have any control over what songs they want to make or what songs that they should sing. So there is that, and my intention is never to be hateful, never to be mean. That is not what I do here. If you have seen my videos before, you know that I'm in fact almost overly nice towards most things, unless you are actually hateful or have committed a crime as a person. So there's that. But I'm still excited for this though. I know that there's been many criticism put on towards this song, and I will only maybe parrot those if I do feel the same way after listening to it, but we're gonna see. But I will watch this twice, second time with captions on, and I'll probably pause, I'll probably talk, because that's what I do. So let us get right into this and have a good time. Let's go! Hello?
I bet it goes like this.
Ooh!
Pinky up.
What is that kind of noise?
Pinky up.
So I do know that's like most, like that's the dance that they do. Hold on. I do love this styling of this era. I'll put that out there. There has been some hits and misses, but I do love, obviously, maybe if you couldn't tell, I'm a pink thing, but also I just love color. And I do love how they've done this, especially if you saw Laura right there. Like, stunning. Beautiful. And the hair, too, in this era. I never knew I needed a Yoonchae blonde until she showed up on my For You page, and I was like, that's stunning right there.
I bet it goes like this. Pinky up. Pinky up.
It almost sounds like one of those like flip,
Pinky up.
you know those old cameras that would like flip a picture, like a fake camera? It sounds like that almost. Ooh!
One day soon the world's gonna end. I'm gonna make out with my new bestest friends. I wanna live large right before it all burns down.
The quality of this is really interesting.
Hard like a robin, the Louvre, we wanna.
Like the filter they have on this video, and also just like the general quality. I don't know why this is not loud enough for me. Sorry, girls. Need to turn it up.
It all burns down.
That's better. Like she looks so good. The blue eyeshadow.
Robin, the Louvre, we wanna. Lisa with the
That's one thing they eat me with every time is the makeup.
right before we're in the ground.
Ooh! Girl! Hold on. Sophia. Absolutely.
No one can touch us if they tried.
Mm.
It's a state of mind. I bet it
Ooh.
goes like this. Pinky up. Up.
Mhm.
Pinky up. Up. Pinky up.
I have seen parts of this, I think, because it's the chorus, obviously. And also, there was that, I talked about it in my KATSEYE video. We got those storyboard videos where we got to see the looks from this, of what they were thinking before they started filming, obviously. That's what happens. I don't know, I think, and we're going to get to that, obviously. I'll talk about that at the end, I think.
It goes like this. Pinky up.
I do love these fits, though. They're, like, very over the top in the best way. And I'm here for that. Like, Laura's boots. Oh. I was ready to shake ass. I did see this. I did know about this, though. Vivian Wilson. That is really bad for me with my speech. My already bad speech patterns saying Vivian Wilson. I did know that she was a part of this. I did see that. I did see that she talked about it. I did know that these beautiful women were featured here. Protect dolls, obviously. And I did love also that Laura was wearing the shirt. Because we do believe in that and we do love that on this channel, okay? Because as a technically under the trans umbrella, but wouldn't consider myself a trans person because I feel like that is kind of like not really in regards to my situation. But as a genderqueer person, we do need to protect our real people, so to say. Anyway, they look stunning though. Like the looks here and them just like chilling on this car. Is that lace on the car? Wee wee? Cat's fruit? And there we go.
In the parking lot. If we get arrested, haha, baby, laugh at it. I love you.
Listen, do I dislike having a little section about shaking ass in your song? Because they literally basically did that gnarly. They didn't say it in words, but you know what I mean. Like, we literally did this, you know? So, that's besides the point. I get what people were saying now, because I was like, what do you mean there's an ad? Okay, I see it. Listen, I do like True Fruit. I have actually tried it before. It's good. Do you need it in your very, at this point, popular girl group's music video? I wouldn't say so. If you need an ad in your music video, especially one that is so, like, apparent, that's kind of wild. Anyway, get into it, girl.
In the parking lot.
No one can deny, though,
In the parking lot.
Daniela knows how to move it.
Haha, baby, laugh at it. I love you. You love me. We batch it. We. And I kill it for you if it got that deep.
Ooh!
Fantasy is a frequency of mine. Delusion, philosophy. I kind of
She's so stunning.
just like Socrates. The only Jew is
Ooh! And I have seen these, the bobs.
Screaming from cloud nine. No one could touch us if they tried. It's a state of mind. I bet it goes like this. Pinky up,
One more time.
pinky up, up, pinky up, up,
Here we go. Okay. Yes. Gotcha. So, I'm gonna put my words together as succinctly as I can. I only really like the last 20 seconds. I'm sorry. I feel like usually I am a lot more in love with stuff, and it does suck when something isn't clearly my cup of tea, huh? But also, I do feel like, and this is a different situation than what I usually feel, because a lot of times I will say that something isn't my cup of tea, right? Because I can see that other people will enjoy it a lot more than I will, and so I'll put that out there being like, hey, this is not really my thing, but I can see if you like it. That being said, I don't really see what they think the target demographic is for this song. You know? Because, like, Gnarly was definitely out there. When it was released, and I can testify to this, I saw most people didn't like it. And then they turned around like a week later because they saw the performance and they saw, okay, this is actually very fun, and it still has staying power now a year later after being released, you know? That being said, this feels different because I can tell they wanted this to be intense and fun, but they didn't go the Gnarly route of making it intense. They just made what I feel like is a song that is supposed to be like, let's dance and let's have fun, but it doesn't give you enough to actually justify that or like lift that up and like make that actually be the truth. Because, and that is what I think I came into this with a different mind, because I thought that the last 20 seconds of that, where they have their dance break, I thought that's what the rest of the song sounded like. I thought that that was the rest of the vibe. And so I went into this being like, I'll probably still enjoy this, because that's what I thought would be going on. But instead, we had that for 20 seconds, which that part I really enjoy. And then the rest of the song feels like it just wasn't, it was enough. It never felt like it had power behind it. It just felt very like, da-da-da-da-da, now we're going to the next part. Ooh, da-da-da-da, pinky up, da-da-da-da, you know? Like, it didn't deliver enough for me to be satisfying. It's a song, to me, that isn't satisfying. And that sucks, because I really wanted this to be a moment where I go into it and I'm like, actually, I don't get what people are talking about. And that sucks, because I didn't want that to be the case here. But here we are. But to go towards a different route of the things that I did enjoy, I am happy of, again, the trans women's inclusion. We love that, because obviously, like I mentioned, I had my whole little tangent. I think the styling here is wonderful. And same here with hairstyling, clothes styling, makeup. They look really, really good. And I can see the influences from the style that is very popular right now. And it looks amazing on them. It really does. I do remember seeing Zara Larsson's makeup artist. She did a look. I think she did Coachella looks for them, I think. And I remember seeing that and I was like, oh, that is stunning, because she knows makeup and she knows how to do makeup to make it look stunning, but also have fun with it. And I fuck with that heavily. I also enjoyed some of the visuals on this in terms of like the music video itself, because obviously the girls were in it and they were stunning. But I also did enjoy the kind of, it feels like I was having a hallucinogenic like dream. I was tripping on mushrooms, because one moment I was in Laura's bed with her with like a sword, and then we transitioned into whatever Megan has going on over here, and then what Yoonchae is doing, and then Danielle is in the claw machine. I don't know, I like that part of it, and also whatever type of effect they have on this as well, because it feels like I'm watching, this feels like color grading for a movie rather than a music video. But do I think that that also kind of takes away from it a little bit, of it feeling like a full product? Yes, because it did feel a little like it didn't tie into each other very well with like the clips and sort of that vibe, because yeah, I just didn't feel like it stuck together in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. But still fun time regardless. In some ways, I just wish I enjoyed the song as much as I have done with their other releases. I really do, because I enjoy Debut, for example. I enjoy Touch. I love Gnarly. I enjoyed MIA a lot. And I even really didn't mind Internet Girl. I think that, you know, I saw some people's problems with it, you know, but as a song, I enjoyed it. Because again, I feel like it still had moments to stick on to. But the only part I would go back for this for is the dance break. And that sucks, you know what I mean? Like, I wish there was more for me to grasp onto. And again, I'm saying this as an iKON. I like them. I like them a lot. I just wish, number one, we would get actual confirmation of what's happening with Manon. Is she coming back? Is she not? Just let us know so we don't have to be in this like constant state of like what's happening. And then also let the girls be involved in production in some way. At least maybe just ideas, what they would like to do. Maybe listen to them, because some of the stuff that I've heard come from them have been amazing. So please do that as well. And then also just, I don't know, maybe reconvene and see, like, what do you want? During the Survival show, you were talking about selling out stadiums with beautiful vocals, and now they're barely really singing. We had some parts with Laura doing some nice notes. Like, just please come back. Just take a step back, reconvene, and then come back with what's next, please. I would love that, and I would appreciate that a lot. Anyway, sorry for the long rant, but I feel like it was necessary. Let's watch this again with the lyrics, and I'm not going to pause as much this time, even though I feel like I did pretty good. Let's get right into this one more time. Sorry, I must have something in my throat because I keep almost burping, and that's not nice for you.
I bet it goes like this. Pinky up, up, pinky up.
Like, we didn't even really get this in the actual choruses that much.
Pinky up,
And that's unfortunate.
pinky up. One day soon the world's gonna end. I'm gonna make out with my new bestest friend. I wanna
I did hear that.
before it all burns down.
Up.
Pinky up. Go hard like we're robbing the Louvre. We Mona Lisa with the cute attitude. I wanna get high right before we're in the ground. Ooh, screaming from cloud nine.
You see here, like,
Touch us if they
we're getting a little bit here, and also a little bit with Sophia as well. But that's like it in terms of like actual being like singing, you know? And that's unfortunate. I love the voices on these girls. I think they're fantastic singers, all of them. So like that too.
if they tried. Ooh, but it's a state of mind. I bet it goes like this. Pinky up, pinky up.
You see, like, even that, like, little, you know? We didn't really get that. Because it felt a little bit thinner, you know?
Me, we, me, we,
And then her, again, kind of stunning if it wasn't that it's for an ad. You know what I mean? It's kind of a gag to have them just in the trunk of a car, you know? I'm just saying. But this, like, this whole, like, look is stunning.
Against the world, shaking ass in the park.
And I'm kind of here for that little, you know? I think that's kind of fun.
Us against the world, shaking ass in the parking lot. If we get arrested, haha, baby, laugh it off. I love you. You
And
love
still
me, we back
going hard
and I
with that
kill
dance.
for you if it got that deep. Fantasy is a frequency of mine. Delusion, philosophy. I kind of know nothing, just like Socrates. The only Jew is dumb is knowing you know nothing.
Damn. We could talk about the lyrics too. We're gonna do that after, I think. Let's just continue. These looks are stunning though. Again, I talked about it. The bobs, the blonde bobs. They also did these for one of their, because they did a week of promotions in Korea, and they had these with the like black latex dresses. I was here for that. Very much so. That might be what they're wearing underneath this whole thing. I don't know. No, it's... Now, is this dance fun? Yes. This choreography is fun. Let's go! Megan kills this, for real. Hell yeah. You know, I wish we'd just gotten that for more than like 10, 15 seconds or whatever. Like, I wish we had gotten a little bit more of that energy right there. Because that would have been sickening if that would have been like every chorus and it like actually succinctly like built into that and made it like more intense for the dance break. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I have to say. I want to hear that one more time though, because I do really like the way that this dance break sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the hair here in the scene, like those wigs. Like, I think they had these for like photos and whatnot, and I cannot, like, this wig that Laura has on, I think they're basically all blonde or have, like, I think Yoon is the only one with her actual hair here. Gorgeous. I mean, I talked about it, I think, pretty well in the first pause that I did after I listened to it the first time. I only really find the dance break part compelling, and it sucks. Like, yes, I did dig along to it, but also it felt very surface level, and I couldn't really get into it in more of like a deeper level. I can't really see myself listening to this unless it's just a looped version of the dance break part. That's truly how I feel. I'm gonna be honest. And yeah, same with the lyrics. Like, I'm not saying that Gnarly is like a masterpiece, but at least there I felt like I could understand kind of what it was about. And I feel like I have a concept of this is about as well, and please let me know if you feel the same way. The pinky up thing is because it's a cup of tea, and it's like you have your pinky up to be fancy or like classy, I think is a better word, especially in the UK, especially in England. I believe it's like a very connected to royalty, having your pinky up as a sign of I am a part of the royal family, I'm classy. And obviously people who aren't part of the royal family do it too. It's supposed to show like your status, and I feel like that's supposed to be kind of what it's connected to, but also at the same time there's a lot of parts also about just living life and having a good time, making out with your best friends, shaking your ass in the parking lot, not really caring. And so I'm just wondering, like, is pinky up supposed to be like a flipping the bird, but just like the pinky finger? Because Laura did this thing, which is like more supposed to be like this. So maybe it's supposed to be like flipping like middle finger or something in the air instead, because they obviously can't do that. But they swear in their songs sometimes. I don't know, but I feel like maybe it's supposed to be a replacement of flipping the fingers. Like, we don't give a fuck. And also those lyrics, those kind of like crack me up a little bit about like, we know nothing like Socrates. Wisdom is not knowing. It felt kind of like nihilistic in a way also. Or not nihilistic, ignorance, but also in like, not obviously directed, but in the lyrics I think that kind of comes through a little bit, and a lot of the times people don't really respond the best to that. I just want to say that was Pinky Up. I don't know what to say other than that. I think, again, this is the video that I have like lifted the most criticism towards something in a long time, but I do think that, again, it's not towards the girls, it's not towards a singular person in my opinion. I think it's towards a board of people who doesn't seem to know how to really make something that'll really resonate with people, and also don't know how to, I don't know a better word, use these girls' talents to actually be beneficial to them. Besides that, I did have fun with it, and I will say this every single time I watch something, no matter what it is. I can dislike some things, I cannot vibe with something, but at the end of the day, I was not a part of this, and I can't really criticize something that's been put out there for free for me to watch. It would be a different thing if I had to pay to watch a music video, but I don't have to. So there is that. I lift all of these because I think that they are good to talk about, but I am not here to try to cancel somebody, take somebody's job away, hate somebody. That's not what we're here for. And I hope that you hear my words here and take them into heart and know that that is my heart, and also that you successfully, hopefully, do the same towards both KATSEYE, individual people in management, and then also hopefully to me, because whenever I do make something like this, when I'm not licking boots, I don't do that. I hope it doesn't come across as I'm trying to be mean. That is not my intent, and I hope that doesn't come off that way either. But anyway, sorry for that very long rant, but I hope you also understand where it comes from. Love you all. Thank you for watching this one. Again, sorry that we had a little bit more of like a different tone than I think I usually take on this channel. I promise it's not going to continue to be that way. I just feel like with how topically this all happened, and also just in general how I feel about the song, I think it just kind of came out that way. And again, please do not leave hate towards anybody, and hopefully that will be the same towards me, because I'm not trying to deal with another similar situation that I had previously where people are being really fucking awful to me for no reason. I love y'all nonetheless. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, please check out the videos that I mentioned previously. And, you know, if you guys didn't see it also, I do donate the funds that I make from this channel. So please check out my content that I have made myself, I guess, or that is not copyright claimed. Anything from my updates playlist will all go to me, so if that's something as well, then, you know, check that out, and I'll be sure to update you guys, because, again, things have been a little bit slow, and so I haven't gotten a payout since the last time that I made an update about it, so just letting you know that. But I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Check out my Patreon. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave it down in the comments below if you'd like me to check out. And yeah, love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Free Palestine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!